Boss, I might need your translating skills here.
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo está?
I love this guy.
All right, Sheriff Lamb here. You probably recognize this guy more than you recognize me. This is Frank, and we're doing a special edition of Fridays with Frank today. So we're going to get a chance to pull some traffic stops. And man, I've got a ton of questions for you too.
Man, I'm looking forward to doing some traffic, introducing you to the motoring public of Santan Valley here.
Well, this ought to be fun. This is going to be a real surprise for anybody out there.
People are going to get their hands full today when they get two approaches on a car, one on each side, one's me and one's you.
So I know one of the questions is, I'll just start right off the bat. Why so many pens?
I write a lot of tickets. And sometimes people's hands are grody, and I don't want that pen back. So sometimes they not only get a ticket from the sheriff's office, but they also get a free pen because they're dirty and I don't want them back.
I like it. I like it.
When you approached the stoplight at Hunt Highway in Thompson, it was red, and you took it on two wheels, failing to come to a complete stop. And then you went through that construction zone there at about 56, 57, and posted speed limit here is 45. So all this stuff is good. I know, man, you sure like giving warnings.
Yeah, that's right.
And I sure like giving tickets.
Tell him you say, lucky the sheriff's with me today.
You tell him.
Have you been pulled over before?
Not recently, no.
Everything on your license checks out, your registration checks out. You're lucky the sheriff's with Frank today? Because I'm going to cut you a break, all right? All right. So you got to slow down and be cognizant. We've actually, both Frank and I responded to a fatal accident right here before. Now there's a rumor going around that you're potentially from New York.
That is correct, yes.
So, which part of, because the New Yorkers always ask me, they're like, hey, he sounds like he's from New York. Which part of New York is he from?
So I'm from Long Island, graduated from East Islip High School. My dad's a commercial fisherman on the South Shore of Long Island, still is. And so I grew up on the water, my whole life, and then moved out here to Arizona because this is a great state to be in, and I love guns. And New York, obviously, with the political climate there is not very friendly to people that like guns. So Arizona is a way better fit for me.
It is the best place for guns.
That's it. That's
it is the best place for guns. We're pros at Crown Vics, okay?
Yeah.
We're professional Crown Vic operators. Is it overheating or what?
Well, I'll tell you what I was doing. I was driving.
Too fast?
No.
Oh, okay. That was a test. That was just a test.
I think this thing just ran out of tread. I think that's going to be my professional opinion. Kind of some Frogger here. Thank you. Got it. Do you have water in here?
I do.
Cool.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yep.
Good seeing you again. So let's dispel a myth that I think a lot of people have, and it's existed for a long time. Are you required, do you have a quota of tickets that you are supposed to write?
The number one thing that I love about traffic enforcement in this agency is we get to do what we think is right. That's the best thing that we can do. So as long as you're doing, and that's agency-wide, not only in the traffic unit, but agency-wide with every supervisor, there is no requirement to give warnings. There's no requirement to give tickets. There's no requirement for arrests or parking tickets or any of the stupid things that a lot of other cities mandate that their officers and deputies do. Instead, we just get to do what's right. So and I tell people all the time, they'll let me write as many tickets as I want. But we don't have to do anything as long as we're doing something. So like I'm a traffic guy, so I love the traffic game. But there's some people that love dope, and maybe they're not going to get a lot of traffic stops. And the traffic stops they get, maybe they're not going to write a lot of tickets, but they're looking for something. They're looking for a dope house. They're looking for whatever it may be, and they get to do that because they're still being productive. And that might not equate to some check mark on a stupid form that means nothing, except that you wrote a parking ticket to someone that probably just ruins their day and doesn't represent the agency well.
So you were driving in the left lane. Have you seen those videos I've done about?
Yeah, I'm gonna be turning right up here.
Well, we followed you for about 2 miles.
Okay, I do.
And then somebody had to pass you on the right.
Hi, Frank.
I said let me handle this one, Frank. Let me handle this one.
Okay.
Now, what are your peers? We'll start with your peers from other agencies. Your prior agency. What do your peers think about Fridays with Frank?
They love the fact that we get to do what we do here. They love the fact that we have the discretion to walk up to a car and say, hey, will you slow down? Yeah, I'll slow down. All right, have a good day. That's it. No paperwork, no, you don't have to, run someone, put them in the system. You don't have to give them a paper form that says, hey, if you want to complain on me, here's a form, you can do it. You don't have to write them a ticket or have to write them a warning. You can just inconvenience someone for the shortest amount of time, get your point across by camping in the left lane. Pull someone over and say, hey, you can't just drive in the left lane. Give that education and let that person go back among and do what they're going to do. So they love the fact that we can still do that here. We have the discretion to arrest people, book them into jail, arrest people, release them, all of that. So I think the discretion is one of the biggest things that they see. And the fact that we obviously have a sense of humor. A lot of agencies say, hey, there's not a chance that we could put the content that we put on Fridays with Frank and stuff from the jail. The other agencies won't do that. They just don't have either they don't have the support of their command staff, the support of their citizenry, the support, cities don't have the support of their board of supervisors or city council to do that. And we overwhelmingly have that here, from my direct supervisor, the sergeant, all the way up to you, and everyone in between supports, showing that we have a personality. And
and I think it's needed in this profession. And I think most people see that I'm very unconventional in the way I like to do this job. And I'm a big believer, though, that you shouldn't pretend to do it one way and then be scared to actually show how you do it. And so this is part of the reason why we put all these behind the bars, Fridays with Frank, we did live PD, we did 60 Days In. Why? Because we want to show you what the job is and that we do it the same no matter what, whether the cameras are on us or not. And I think that's why it's important that voice be out there, because like you said, a lot of other agencies don't get the opportunity to do that, or they choose not to do it.
Yeah, that's definitely true. That's one of the things that people that, especially from my previous agency, guys that have known me for years, that have worked with me for a decade or more, they know that I'm just making. Like, whether I have the cameraman in here and we're doing traffic stops and I'm issuing citations or warnings, and the verbiage I use, that's verbiage that I've used forever. There's absolutely no difference in how I talk to people, in the verbiage that I use, in the sayings that I say, my approach to people, my tone, my demeanor, all of that is the same. And people are like, that's just you. My mom says it. That's just, I know, I've seen you say that before. So it's interesting that we don't have to doctor this.
Well, I'm glad you're willing to do it, because not a lot of people want to do it. Like cops don't always want the attention, and I'm glad that you're a good face for this profession, the agency. I could tell right away that people were going to love it, and they do. Like, everywhere I go, people are like, I freaking love Fridays with Frank. We need more episodes of Fridays with Frank. That's probably one of the biggest complaints I get. Really? Why are there not more episodes of Fridays with Frank? I go, well, there's only one Friday a week, right? I can't make more Fridays.
True. That's funny.
And they say in showbiz, always leave them wanting more, right?
Hey, one Friday a week keeps that up.